Everybody, I'm Live's Nick Baumgardner here alongside basketball beat writer Brendan Quinn. We're at Chrysler Center. Brendan, big news of the day and really the Michigan basketball offseason. Caris LeVert's coming back for a senior year, which finally gives us kind of a chance to sort of look forward into what this team might look like. But I guess first things first, we talked to Caris just now. Your kind of impressions on what we heard?
Well, he seemed kind of at peace with the decision. I still can't tell either way on if it was, all in for, to come back and be a player here next year, or versus level of concern over where he would go in the draft, the risks that were at play, him potentially slipping into the second round. He said all the right things, don't get me wrong, but you can't, until you're in someone's head, you can't really tell what was the ultimate end game on why you'd want to come back for another year. But he said all the right things. It's so much is dependent on his foot, when he can get back to full speed, and how much he can return to the level of play that's kind of expected of him. But for Michigan basketball right now, it's huge. It's to have a player of his caliber come back to a team that I already think was probably in that 5 to 7 or 8 range in the Big Ten next year.
Which is a tournament team.
It went from a good tournament team to, how good can this team be?
Yeah. Well, I guess sticking on Caris here, it sounds like he went back and forth.
Yeah.
He said he went back and forth. He said right when he got hurt, he thought he wanted to come back, changed his mind a bunch of times. To me, it sort of sounded like a guy who was very worried about the foot and how hard it would maybe drop him, and then weighed that against, well, I don't hate it here. I like it here a lot. I like going to school. Is that kind of your sense that it was, I'm not sure about the NBA. I'm sure I know what I have here.
I think that's well said. Yeah. Everything that he said about Michigan was clearly with his heart, and he does like it here.
Very close with the team.
He likes the coaches. He likes he has a comfort level here. I think for a guy who came in pretty timid, I think this place has really helped his confidence and maturation, and he has always been young for his class. He still is going to be a 21-year-old when he's eligible for next year's draft. I think he did. There's certainty here and there's uncertainty there. So I think he kind of went with his heart, and anyone who knows him and his mother, Kim, they are extremely close, and I could definitely see her saying, if you're not all in on the NBA, then don't go to the NBA.
Right. In terms of this team, obviously, it's they now have more guard wing depth probably than anybody in the league. Maybe more than most teams in the country, I would imagine. How do you see that all shaking out? And then the biggest question for me, you have one center on this roster that we know anything about consistency-wise is Ricky Doyle. To me, that's still a huge question mark, even though your backcourt looks to be tops in the country. Your front court maybe looks to be on the opposite side of that.
It's a very odd juxtaposition when it comes to this roster, that you look at it and you say, oh my goodness, are there enough minutes to go around for all this talent, except for one spot?
It's just not
at the same time, at a place like this and the types of success Michigan's had, I wouldn't say it's a huge, crazy concern that could, hold them back from, being a top 3 seeded team in the NCAA or anything like that. They've won without centers before. They know how to do it. You need a serviceable center. The question is, how much service can they get out of it? Can a guy like DJ Wilson be a serviceable 5? Because Ricky Doyle, until any of us see him consistently play 32 minutes a game, it's going to be it's a leap of faith to think that he could do that. So, there's major question marks there. Max Bielfeldt definitely is not coming back at this point. But all the pieces are there. This team's going to be able to score the ball next year, big time. They should be a top 25 in the country, just points per game, even field goal percentage for the amount of jump shooting that's going to be going on. Probably like to see them elevate their 3-point shooting a little bit back to the Beelinian levels of yesteryear, when they would be in the top 20 every year. This year, I think they dipped down to like 45 or so. They get that jump shooting back up, and this team, even if they get out-rebounded by 5 a game, they might just be able to outgun most teams out there.
Right. Well, and last thing, this class, Michigan is currently full with scholarships. However, they're not done recruiting. Just give us a little update on what's going on there. Can we expect them to add anybody else, and how is this going to work?
Expect them, I don't know. You can expect them to keep trying. they've been mentioned with many players
Yeah.
between transfers and 2015 recruits who would be joining this team. Everyone thought with the thought of Caris leaving. Well, now speaking with one high school coach today, the coach of Kenny Williams, a point guard in Virginia, he said
Doesn't change anything.
they told him flat out. This was before Caris announced anything today. He was told, "We are interested. We will have a spot for you if you want to come to Michigan." That's going to take some
Shifting.
finagling of the roster. There are many ways to
Yeah.
do these things, but don't forget, John Beilein did say when asked point blank, "Do you expect full retention of your roster beyond max?" He said yes. So he's saying he expects full retention. They're at the limit, and they're still recruiting. So something's got to give
Gotta get
there.
creative. Yep.
That boat is taking on a lot of water if they're expecting to add someone else. So.
Well, a big piece back for Michigan. We're not sure if another person will join him or not, but either way, it's a big win for Michigan going forward. For Brendan, I'm Nick. We'll talk to you guys later.